naming Diyos. Maraming salamat po sa buhay at lakas na aming taglay, sa liwanag ng kaisipan at sa pagkakataong maipagpatuloy ang pag-aaral ng mga kabataan. Gabayan po ang bawat isa sa amin. Anuman ang bahagi na aming gagampanan, naway maging maayos at matagumpay ang pagtuturo at pag-aaral na aming gagawin sa araw na ito. Patawarin mo po kami sa aming mga pagkulang at pagkakasala. At sa aming paggawa, ikaw po ang aming makasama. Amen.
Attention to all the gamers out there. I know that you are familiar with the online game Players Unknown Battleground, Fortnite Battle Royale, Apex Legend, Valorant, Call of Duty, Counter-Strike Global, and League of Legends. But the question is, what would happen if the PC that you are using has low specification and you need to play? Yes, you are correct. Most of the time, you will experience lag while playing, and you will have to wait to continue. To all the music lovers, have you experienced watching an orchestra? You will notice that there is always a conductor who stresses the musical pulse so that all the performers can follow the same metrical rhythm and provide a very good performance. But what happens if the conductor fails to give the correct music pulse? Yes, you are correct. The orchestra will fail to produce a good music. To all the sports fanatics, you will notice that there is always a coach in a team that motivates, that inspires, and direct the plays which the members of the team must follow in order to win a game. He or she is someone who controls the talents of each player in order to maximize everyone's potential. But what if the coach fails to lead his or her team? Yes, you are right. Most likely, the team won't get championship trophy they've been dreaming of. In the situations mentioned, the coach acts as the director of the plays, which most likely help games and championship. The conductor acts as the command center that makes sure every member plays music in a very good manner. And the lags and the long pauses are because of the low specs of the CPU, or the brain center of your computer, which resulted in a very poor performance. Just like in your body, the brain is a very important organ. It controls and coordinates everything from the way you speak, the movement of your hands. It also plays a crucial role on our emotion. In this discussion, we will be focusing on the influence of brain function to fear, anger, happiness, and love. Stay tuned as we explore more about what part of the brain controls emotions. At the end of our today's discussion, my dear Valenzuelanos, I'm hopeful that you will be able to discuss that understanding the different parts of the brain processes and functions may help you in improving your thoughts, behavior, and feelings, and explore ways on how to improve your brain functions for personal development. The brain is the most complex part of the human body. This 3-pound organ is the seat of intelligence, interpreter of senses, initiator of body movement, and controller of behavior. Although experts still have a lot of questions about the brain's role in a range of emotions, they have pinpointed the origin of some common ones, including fear, anger, happiness, and love. Where do emotions come from? The limbic system, is a group of interconnected structures located deep within the brain. It's the parts of the brain that are responsible for behavioral and emotional responses. The hypothalamus, it is involved in different emotional responses, hormone release, and regulating body temperature. The hippocampus helps preserve and retrieve memories. Amygdala, this part of the brain, plays an important role in fear and anger. The limbic cortex. This part impacts mood, motivation, and judgment. What part of the brain controls fear? Fear is a very important emotion. It helps you respond appropriately to threatening situations that could harm you. This response is generated by stimulation of the amygdala, followed by the hypothalamus. It initiates the fight or the flight response. The hypothalamus sends signal to the adrenal glands to produce hormones such as adrenaline and cortisol. As these hormones enter the bloodstream, you might notice some physical changes such as an increase in heart rate, breathing rate, blood sugar, and perspiration. What part of the brain controls anger? Much like fear, anger is a response to threats or stressors in your environment. When you are in a situation that seems dangerous and you can escape, you likely respond with anger or aggression. Frustration, such as facing roadblocks while trying to achieve a goal, can also trigger the anger response. Anger starts with the amygdala, stimulating the hypothalamus. In addition, parts of the prefrontal cortex may also play a role. In anger, it contributes to the regulation of anger. People with damage to this area often have trouble controlling their emotions, especially anger and aggression. What part of the brain controls happiness? This is the question that we will answer today, my dear Valenzuelanos. Happiness refers to an overall state of well-being or satisfaction. When you feel happy, you generally have positive thoughts and feelings. Imaging studies suggest that happiness response originates partly in the limbic cortex. Another area called the precuneus also plays a role. In a 2015 study, around 2015 found out that people with larger gray matter volume in their right precuneus reported being happier. Experts think that the precuneus processes certain information and converts it into feeling of happiness. Now, let's ask what part of the brain controls love. It may sound strange, but the beginnings of romantic love are associated with stress. Response triggered by your hypothalamus. It makes more sense when you think about the nervous excitement or anxiety you feel while falling for someone. As these feelings grow, hypothalamus triggers release of other hormones such as dopamine, oxytocin, and the vasopressin. Dopamine is associated with your body's reward system. This helps make love a desirable feeling. Number 2 is oxytocin. It's often referred to as the love hormone. This is largely because it increases when you hug someone. It produced in the hypothalamus and released through your pituitary gland. It's associated with social bonding as well. This is important for trust and building a relationship. it can also promote a feeling of calmness and contentment. Vasopressin is similarly produced in your hypothalamus and released by your pituitary gland. It's also involved in social bonding with a partner. Many people think of the brain as a mystery. They do not know much about intelligence and how it works. When they think about what intelligence is, many people believe that a person is born either smart, average, or dumb, and stays that way for life. But new research suggests it shows that the brain is more like a muscle. It changes and gets stronger when you use it. And scientists have been able to show how the brain grows and gets stronger when you learn. Everyone knows that when you lift a weight, your muscle gets bigger and stronger. That's because the muscle become larger and stronger with exercise. And when you stop exercising, the muscle shrink and get weaker. That's why people say, use it or lose it. But most people don't know that when they practice and learn new things, part of their brain change and get larger a lot like muscles do when they exercise. Here are some tips on how you can improve your brain functions according to healthline.com. Number 1 is have fun with a jigsaw puzzle. Putting together a 1,000-piece puzzle is an excellent way to strengthen your brain. Research has shown that doing jigsaw puzzle recruits multiple cognitive abilities. Having to look at the different puzzle and figuring out where they fit within the larger picture can be a great way to challenge and exercise your brain. Number 2, build your vocabulary. A rich vocabulary has a way of making you sound smart. Research shows that many more regions of the brain are involved in vocabulary tasks, particularly in areas that are important for visual and auditory processing. To test this theory, try this cognitive boosting activity. Keep a notebook when you read. Write down unfamiliar word. Then look up the definition. Try to use that words 5 times the next day. Number 3, use all your senses. Research suggests that using all your senses might help strengthen your brain. To give your senses and your brain a workout, try doing activities that simultaneously engage all your 5 senses. You could try baking a batch of cookies or going to the park while you focus on smelling, on touching, tasting, seeing, and hearing all at the same time. 4th is learn a new skill. Learning a new skill is not only fun and interesting, but it may also strengthen the connection in your brain. A research from 2014 also shows that learning a new skill can help develop memory function in older adults. Is there something you've always wanted to learn how to do? Perhaps you'd like to use a particular software program or learn how to cook. You now have one more good reason to learn that new skill. 5th is teach a new skill to someone. One of the best ways to expand your learning is to teach a skill to another person. After you learn a new skill, you need to practice it. Teaching it to someone else requires you to explain the concept and correct any mistake you make. For example, teaching your brother or sister how to cook. 6th is listen to or play a music. Do you want an easy way to increase your creative brain power? The answer may lie in turning on some music. According to a 2017 study, listening to happy tunes help generate more innovative solutions compared to being in silence. Which means cranking up some feel-good music can help boost your creative thinking and brain power. And if you want to learn how to play music, now is a great time to start because your brain is capable of learning new skills at any point in your life. Number 7, meditate. Daily meditation can calm your body, slow your breathing, and reduce stress and anxiety. But did you know that it may also help fine-tune your memory and increase your brain's ability to process information? Find a quiet spot, close your eyes, and spend 5 minutes meditating each day. 8 is learn a new language. According to researchers, you can boost your memory and improve your mental functions by becoming a student of a new language at any time of your life. 9, focus on another person. The next time you interact with someone else, take note of the 4 things about them. Maybe you observe the color of their shirts or their pants. Are they wearing glasses? Do they have a hat? Or, if so, what kind of hat? What color is their hair? Once you decide on 4 things to remember, make a mental note and come back to it later in the day. Write down what you remember about those 4 details. At this point, I will be answering some of your questions. If you have one, just comment down below. Let's wait for their question. Okay, I think we have one I think it's from Daniel. Sir, is playing video games good for our brain? That's a very good question, Daniel. Playing video games actually helps you improve your coordination, concentration, memory, and problem solving. But you must remember to always do things in moderation because too much of anything is bad. Do we have another question? I think it's from Sarah. Sir, how can I improve my memory? Thank you, Sarah. I have here several tips to improve your memory. Train your brain, eat healthy food, do not drink alcohol, and be physically active. Do we have another question? Oh yes, I think it's from Ben. Ben, the question of Ben is, Sir, can you help me manage my online games addiction? Thank you, Ben. The first thing that you should do is to gradually stop playing. I know that it is very hard, but the fact that you actually know that you are already addicted to that online game is a good start. Another thing that you can do is to put away the device that you are using for those online games. You may ask the help of your parents. Most importantly, seek the help of your guidance counselor. You may also ask the help of other mental health professionals to help you manage your addiction. There are a lot of online mental health institutions which offer their services for free. That's it for today's discussion. If you have another question, you may ask your personal development teacher in your follow-up session regarding this topic. I hope that you learned a lot from our lesson. Do not forget to answer the activities on your learning packet. Stay at home and stay safe. Goodbye.